Hello YouTube, hope you're all doing great and welcome back to another exciting video from MotorHub. So today we are here with the all new 2025 Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. Many people might mistake the 650cc motorcycle to its younger brother the Meteor 350, but the Super Meteor is a bigger motorcycle with its length standing at 2260 mm, width at 890 mm, height at 1155 mm and a wheelbase of 1500 mm. So the Super Meteor is longer than the 350 Meteor by 120 mm, wider by 45 mm and the seat is higher by 15 mm. However, the ground clearance of this motorcycle stands at 135 mm, which is 35 mm shorter than the Meteor 350 due to its low slung and cruiser-like design. There are 3 variants and 6 color options available with the Super Meteor 650, which are Celestial Red, Celestial Blue, Interstellar Green, Interstellar Grey, Astral Green and Astral Black. So the key difference between the Astral, Interstellar and Celestial variants are color, accessories and pricing. Astral is the entry-level variant priced at Rs 3,98,975 rupees and it gets a single tone paint job in either green or black. Coming to the Interstellar variant, the only difference comes down to the dual tone paint job and retails at a price of Rs 4,15,667 rupees. But the top Celestial variant gets a windscreen, a touring seat along with a pillion backrest. This is the only difference between the Interstellar and the Celestial variant, which greatly enhances the riding comfort, and the Celestial variant retails at a price of Rs 4,32,362 rupees. All the mentioned prices are ex-showroom only and after GST reduction. This is how the key looks. And if you look from the front, this is a combination of an old retro style design along with the new modern age technology, as you get an LED headlamp in the front. However, the turn indicators are still halogen, and if you move down you get these upside down forks. And the front tire size happens to be 100 by 90 19-inch, and these are tubeless tires along with 320 mm disc with twin piston caliper. Although this motorcycle is on its center stand, it still looks quite low. And if you look at the position of the foot pedals, it is quite forward, just like how you find it in the cruiser bikes. And coming to the heart of the matter, the Super Meteor 650, as the name suggests, is powered by a twin-cylinder 648cc engine with single overhead cam, which produces a peak power of 47 bhp and a maximum torque of 52.3 Nm. And this engine is paired to a 6-speed manual gearbox, which has a 1 down and 5 up gear pattern. And it gets a 15.7 liters of fuel tank, which can be accessed like this by putting in your key. And it returns a fuel efficiency of 23 to 25 kmpl as per ARAI. If you look at this motorcycle from the rear, it looks quite similar to the Meteor 350, unless you observe the dual exhaust, of course. And the rear tire size happens to be 150 by 80 16-inch tubeless tires over here as well, and it gets a 300 mm disc with a twin piston caliper, and the tail lamp is an LED unit. However, as discussed, the turn indicators are still halogen. You also get a USB charging port with the Super Meteor 650cc, which is placed on the left side panel and can be accessed like this. And these fog lamps are Royal Enfield official accessories and are not a standard equipment of the bike. You get dual horns over here and a oil filter guard in the bottom. This is how the gearbox looks. You get these chrome finished outside rear view mirrors, and on the left side of the handlebar you get the headlight, turn indicator and the horn switch. This is for operating the headlight, these are for the turn indicators, and just below that you have the horn button. And over here you have I is basically the info which shows you on the digital instrument cluster, and it also has adjustable levers for both the clutch and brake. This is the kill switch, and just below that you have the hazard light switch. And coming to the instrument cluster, it is an analog digital unit. However, it still does not get a tachometer, but it gets this Royal Enfield tripper navigation system, which is basically a small pod beside the speedometer if you look. So it shows you to wear the helmet, time and stuff like that. And also in the digital screen on the speedometer you can find the fuel level, twin trip meters, odometer, gear position indicator, and some telltale lights just below that, and that is about it. And this is how the tripper shows the navigation and the notification for an incoming call. Let's hear the exhaust note of this vehicle. And let's get riding. So initial impressions is you definitely feel the weight of this motorcycle. It stands at 241 kgs, but that is normal for a cruiser, of course. And the gear ratio is quite tall. It pulls quite linear, does not feel breathless at any RPM. Good performance on offer. The clutch is on the heavier side to my liking. This is the same engine that is used in other 650cc lineup of Royal Enfield like the Interceptor 650 and the Continental GT 650, but this is the heaviest motorcycle of the lot. It handles quite good as it has 43mm upside down forks at the front. However, the rear suspension is quite stiff and also the travel is less as almost every bump on the road can be felt. And this is where the Celestial variant can help as it gets a touring seat along with the backrest for the pillion as well. However, you can still buy them for this Astral variant but costs a little more than when compared to upgrading to that variant. 80 to 120 km per hour is the sweet spot for cruising this motorcycle. Beyond that, vibrations can be felt on the foot pegs and fuel tank. The brakes on this motorcycle are also quite good and has adequate stopping power considering the weight of this motorcycle, and it gets dual channel ABS. So guys, this is my review on the Super Meteor 650. Hope you guys liked the video. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to MotorHub. Bye bye.